gonna do a full-on review of the Kanger ProTank. This is a long time in the making. To be honest with you guys, it has been a roller coaster ride, and it hasn't been a good roller coaster ride. And I was a little hesitant to make this review because I probably got one that is less than ideal because of the simple fact that the connector seems to be a little bit too far down inside the negative tube. Okay, alright, that is nowhere near flush. It is actually pushed inside there, and it's not pushed inside there because I have a PV that I tightened it too far down on. Okay, because if I had that PV, that's the only thing I'd be using this on, but it's the same thing on everything that I use. Okay, one thing that I never did try to use this on was the Rio Grande VV. The Rio Grande VV's got power to spare. Okay, this thing will burn up a clearomizer in no time flat. So let me grab an adapter and stick it on here, and let me try this for the camera. Okay, that's probably how the ProTank should act. And to be honest with you guys, this is pretty much the best that I've ever gotten the ProTank to vape. But anything else seems to be subpar, okay? And the reason that I'm saying that again to concrete my point is that this adapter here has got a smaller positive connection on it. Okay, therefore it will fit and go up inside the tube, the negative tube of the ProTank. Okay, and that's the issue that I've had with the ProTank all this time. The issue also is that it does have an airy open draw, therefore you get zero throat hit out of this. So it takes apart like a big portion of why we like to vape, or at least why I like to vape, and probably a lot of other people like to vape. You get that throat hit, it almost feels like you're smoking a cigarette. I mean, this is what we all transitioned into from smoking. And so the reason that we did that was because there was that throat hit, there was that vapor production, and there was that health factor. You know, there was all kinds of other things too. Okay, so, but that being one of the major ones. Now, when you have it on something like this, where you can use that ego ring, and of course the adapter doesn't want to stay on the Rio. It always works out that way, don't it? Okay, you can tighten up the draw a little bit. Tighten this thing down. Okay, and I'm tightening it snugly because I'm really trying to get that connection there at the positive pin. And then back this ring off. Lift the ring up so that it's flush with the bottom of the ProTank, and then you're just using those air channels only that are built into the bottom of the ProTank. Okay, you get a little bit tighter of a draw that way. Is it tight enough that you get a throat hit? Almost. It's almost there. I'm using 12 milligrams juice though. Okay, so maybe if you were up 18, 24, then okay, but it is still a cool vape with a major lack of a throat hit at this time. Okay, what's the ProTank? The ProTank is a bottom coil made by Kanger. Kanger Tech is the full name, and has a 510 connection. You can use it on an Ego, obviously. Okay, and it has a glass tank, stainless steel all over the place, stainless steel drip tip. You can't change the drip tip on this. But what do I rate it? As far as flavor goes, flavor seems to be there, but it's not quite as pronounced as I like it to be. Okay, so it's almost like I'm wasting my juice whenever I vape with this. Basically, the only pleasure that I get from this is when the positive pin is making a good connection. I get a good amount of vapor, but I get cool vapor. I get no throat hit. I get hardly any taste of my juice. So, I mean, it's kind of hard to like the ProTank. Therefore, I don't use it very often. I've had this for probably 3 months or more, and I have yet to do a full-on review with it. Okay, I have hinted about like the ring thing to tighten up the draw in another review. Okay, but that's pretty much it as far as mentioning the ProTank in any reviews. But I have to do it for you guys. This is basically what my job is. This is the reason why I do these reviews. It doesn't always have to be a pleasant review, and I know not everybody's gonna like this review because some people love this. Okay, some people love black licorice, some people love red licorice. Okay, that's just how it is. But for me, rating the Kanger from a 1 to 10 is still hard to do. Okay, I'm gonna rate the Kanger ProTank personally at a 5 to a 5.5, and the 5.5 is hesitant. So a solid 5 out of 10 with the Kanger ProTank. This was a lot of money when I bought it. They hadn't had a bunch of sales or anything like that. It was like 20 bucks, you know. And do I want my 20 bucks back? Hell yeah, because I don't hardly use it. I don't hardly use it because I just don't like the way it vapes. Okay, that's just me. But is it a good, how can I call it good, right? Is it reliable? How can I call it reliable? You know, I mean, so that's it. That's going to do it. That's the review for the Kanger ProTank, my honest, unbiased opinion. And hopefully you don't hit me with too many tomatoes. Alright.